have two equations. The first one is y is equal to minus 2 over 3x minus 3. The second equation is y is equal to 1 over 2x plus 2. The first thing we want to do is pick out one of them and make it the subject of the formula in that case, right? And so what happens here is, let's take equation 1. We're going to make, or let's just go ahead and, we're going to do two methods. We're going to equate them, one equal to the other. And the second thing we're going to do is then we're going to use substitution. So minus 2 over 3x minus 3. That's y, right? And we're plugging it in right here. Everyone see that? I'm taking the value of y and I'm plugging it in there. So this has taken the place of y from the second equation. Okay, so we have that is equal to 1 over 2x plus 2. All you have to do at this point is make x the subject of the formula. And all that needs to happen is you go ahead and put like terms together. You add 3 to both sides, and so you have minus 2 over 3x is equal to 1 over 2x plus 5. The next step is to bring this to this side, so you have minus 1 over 2x. So minus 2 over 3x minus 1 over 2x is equal to 5. We're going to use fraction subtraction here. So the common denominator is 6. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 2, or 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. And then we have 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. So 2 goes into 6 3 times, and we multiply that, and we get this is equal to 5. So the x's are still there. So we have minus 7x over 6 is equal to 5. That means at this point you multiply both sides by 6. You get minus 7x is equal to 30. So x is equal to 30 over negative 7. Or minus 30 over 7. We take this value and we plug it in for x back in this equation. Or we just pick an equation and we plug it in. And we'll get our value for y, which I believe should be y is equal to minus 1 over 7. Again, all we do is we plug it in, and that's all. So that's the first method we're using. The second method, all I want to do differently is I'm going to come back here. I'm going to clean this off. And all we do at this point is we make x the subject of the formula in the first equation. So y is equal to minus 2 over 3x minus 3, and we're trying to make x the subject of the formula. What happens is, the first thing we do, one of the places we can start, is to multiply everything here by 3, so that we can get rid of the 3 on the bottom there. So we get 3y is equal to minus 2x minus 9. The next step is to go ahead and add 9 to both sides. So we get 3y plus 9 is equal to minus 2x. And then we can divide everything by minus 2. And so we get x is equal to minus 3 over y over 2 minus 9 over 2. We take that and we plug it in for our for our x in equation 2. So let's go ahead and do that in equation 2. In equation 2, we take this value that we found for x and we're going to plug it in equation 2. The other way you can write your answer for this one, so when we solve for x, we got x is equal to minus 3y plus 9, but that was, we divided both sides by minus 2, so essentially you're dividing everything by minus 2. That's another way you can write it out. Let's take that and plug it into equation 2. Y is equal to 1 over 2 into minus 3y plus 9 over 2 plus 2. So y is equal to half times that. And here it's supposed to be a minus 2 because that's what we divided everything by. The next step is, you distribute this in. When a half goes in there, all we have is 3y plus 9 over minus 4. So y is equal to that plus 2. And at this point, there are several things we can do. We can try and get rid of the minus 4 from the bottom, so we can multiply this side by minus 4 and this side by minus 4. But if you want to be brave and strong, you can also try adding a fraction to a whole number, treating the denominator as 1. So you pick which one you want to do. But all I would say for now, for time reasons here, we're just going to go ahead and multiply by minus 4 and minus 4. So here we have minus 4y is equal to, we have this minus 4 cancels, so we get 3y plus 9. And then on this side, this times that will give us a minus 8. And so all we have is minus 4y is equal to 3y plus 9 minus 8. We subtract 3y from both sides, and so we get minus 7y is equal to 1. And then we divide both sides by minus 7, and we get y is equal to minus 1 over 7. That's the solution. We take this, and we plug it into our first equation, and we'll get a value for x. And that's all you need to do for this problem. Just to finish up, let's take minus 1 over 7. Let's plug it into the first equation. So y is minus 1 over 7. And then it's equal to minus 2 over 3x minus 3. We want to bring like terms together, so we add 3 to both sides. So we get minus 1 over 7 plus 3 is equal to minus 2 over 3x. We're trying to make x the subject of the formula here. And all we do is, the common denominator is 7. And so we get 7 goes into 7 once times minus 1, and then here 1 goes into 7 times 3 will give us minus 1 plus 21 is equal to minus 2 over 3x. So we have 20 over 7 is equal to minus 2 over 3x. We can cross multiply and we get minus 14x is equal to 60. And so x is equal to, we divide both sides by minus 14, and then we can simplify that. 2 goes in here 30 times, 2 goes in there 7 times. Our answer is x is equal to negative 30 over 7. That's the end of the problem.